how you been? Been a while, hasn't it?
Hello there.
Nothing in particular. I just happened to see you and thought I'd say hi. Okay, that's a lie. I was hoping to talk to you about something. We could take it to the barracks. Wait, before all that, I believe I owe you my thanks. I hear you saved my dear little sister. Celica truly landed in hot water. Really, thank you.
But little sister is going too far, Lady Neil. I am not worthy.
Really? I disagree. We were both spawned from the same artificial womb plant. We Clue are all one big family, aren't we?
Perhaps, but you're the High Custodian, the most exalted in all of Clurian society. Whereas I am from a line of acolytes who serve you. The mere act of accompanying you like this, it's an honor beyond compare.
Is that so? I haven't been back to our home planet in so long, but I see our education system is as rigid as ever. I'm tired of all this pomp and ceremony. Leave the hierarchical stuff to the other girls. I'd appreciate it if you could simply be yourself around me.
Lady Neil.
Whoops, we're getting sidetracked. I'll tell you the rest in the Blade Barracks. It'll be easier if you see the data firsthand. Right then, first, take a look at this. The time we went to Oblivia, remember those mystery mechs that attacked us? I finally figured out what they're all about. Rather, I remembered seeing the very same ones in a database back on our home planet.
They're Clurian, so that means...
Yeah, those machines are mobile weapons developed using actual Clurian technology. Would it be easier if we simply called them skells? The model is old, practically antique. But these were special skells who once served as personal bodyguards to a certain custodian. They require no pilot and were designed from top to bottom to be fully autonomous. In actual fact, there's something of a trick to their autonomic functions. Now, pop quiz. If I asked you who you could trust implicitly, who comes to mind? Indeed, a model answer. But in this case, I'm sorry to say you'd be wrong. The answer is yourself. Why? Because logically, it's impossible for you to betray yourself. Ergo, it stands that you can trust yourself. And so, the master of those skells copied her personality onto them and incorporated it into their autonomic system. The personality of the High Custodian Neilnail. I did. By which I mean, of course, my predecessor.
The High Custodian, her existence is perpetuated through the use of clones. She who presides over the knowledge of ancient times. Such is the destiny of Lady Neilnail.
Well, I may be a clone, but I still have my own personality, thoughts, and desires. The point is, those skells are technically the embodiment of a former iteration of Neilnail. Let's call the white one Neilnail Albus, and the black one can be Neilnail Fervus. Here's what I think. Their job is to defend any sites of Clurian influence. That is the duty of a Neilnail. And that's why we were attacked. Who else to right the wrongs of the High Custodian but the High Custodian herself? Which means there's only one thing left to do. Destroy them. Put the old Neilnail in her coffin. As I'm sure you're aware from the last battle, they're not likely to roll over and die for us. Once again, would you lend me your strength? Please? thank you. I was fully expecting you to turn me down, so honestly, I'm delighted. After all, I couldn't ask this of just anyone. It's a risky assignment, but I'm more than convinced we'll be able to pull this off.
Lady Neil, let me accompany you too. I promise I won't slow you down.
Thank you, Celica. With you at my side, I'm all the more reassured.
First off, we'll need to find your predecessor's scales, won't we?
According to the data I collected, they recently ambushed someone, a blade who was exploring a cluster of ruins and cauldrons. If the scales are meant to deter anyone who explores too far into the ruins, then...
You're saying if we investigate those ruins ourselves, they will come for us.
Bingo. I think it's worth a try. For starters, why don't we try looking in those ruins for info samples? That said, we'll have to be snappy. We can't risk them claiming any more victims.
At once, Lady Neil.
I'm ending this. Now topple him.
Found out. What now?
You want to bring it? Then bring it. is the worm!
They're wide open up here!
Got it!
Shoot 'em!
I'll cover you!
Hunter's blow!
That's it!
Twin blade! Gotcha! You're mine!
I'm ending this! I'm ending this!
Build off! Weaken! Gravity slash! Now take this! And the attack to them! Roll wet! Hunter's blow!
Cover me while I go in! That's it!
Hypernova! They're wide open up here! Shoot 'em! Nothing yet. Your forebears' scales refuse to surface. Perhaps the ruins of Koldros really have nothing to do with Clerians.
No, I'm sure that they do. I took a good look around the cloister. It was incredibly subtle, but there were traces of the clue. It's starting to look like Samarian worship took a radical turn, very different to the peaceful faith it once was. There's a high probability that we'll find them here. The problem is, where to look. Perhaps we should try thinking more central.
Central, you say?
From the records we have to go on, we know that a king once ruled here, a civilization under an almighty monarch. This place was once the royal capital. Now, where would a king take his seat?
Well, you want me to answer? Somewhere a king would reside. In a castle, perhaps?
Excellent guess, Celica. For a variety of reasons, throughout history, castles have been a mainstay of sovereign power. The castle, both a threshold between ruler and governed, and a bulwark against foreign invaders.
A means of defense? Just as the scales are, you mean?
It's a possibility. Now, time to check our theory. Onward to Orsim Castle. We're sure to find answers there.
Lady Neil!
Yeah, we found our skulls. This floor plan suggests that this was once the castle's keep. The keep is the king's seat of power. In other words, it's the heart of these ruins. As we've determined, these skulls are dangerous foes not to be trifled with. That said, it's not like we have any other option. Destroying them is the only way. Seems we've been found out. What now?
Open fire! Now! Got him! True stream edge! That one was a beauty! It's no use! Executioner! I'm range now if I were you! True stream edge! Did you think I was done? Can't move! Tornado blade! Primer! True stream edge! Power knife! It may be just getting started! Keep firing! True stream edge! For a ride to the dark side! Astral protection! Tornado blade! That force! Take the attack to them! King will frost! The rest is done! With me. That's it. Our task is done. They'll never harm an innocent again. The Custodian herself has cleaned up the old one's mess. The matter can finally be put to bed.
Lady Neil, was this really the right thing to do? They were erratic and unsafe, but were they not also a part of you?
There's an easy answer to that one, Celica. If you are always chained to the past, you can never look to the future. Even if it means denying my old self's legacy, I still intend to right their wrongs. We Clue must rise above our past if we're to soar once again through the infinite beyond.
Among the acolytes, there were some who disputed your authority. Some even called you heretic. Now I see the truth. I see that you have always had Clue's best interests at heart.
The same can be said of all Clurians, Celica. You see, the only difference is how we go about it. Besides, making contact with alien races, it's not always the solar storm we think it'll be. We don't need faith and tech as crutches, not when words can bridge the gap between worlds. We have a prime example of that right here, right?
Yes.
Now, we've wrapped up our business in Coldros, but there's still much work to be done on Mira. So many races journeyed through the stars to end up on this single planet. Cosmo-archaeologically speaking, it's odd. The way Mira keeps presenting mystery upon mystery, I doubt my work's drying up anytime soon. Oh, you're pretty much indispensable at this point if I'm to perform my fieldwork here. Hey, why don't you become my assistant? Yeah, that's a great idea.
Lady Neil, the humans might have pressing matters of their own to deal with right now.